I give it all that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never stop. I give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. Yeah, all that I got, I give it everything. They lost the plot, they think I'm menacing. They wanna talk, but I ain't settling. Circle is tight, feeling like where the rains. Whole lot of globe trying, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta show something to me and go harder. So proper, nah, not that, we sure gotta. Me. 100 degrees tougher than Booker T. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. A body addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom. Give it all I got for attention. Not a mention of life well lived, for instance. Give it all.
Kid is white flags, not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city, they need me, it's clear now. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the Sandman, I can tap dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop your orbit. I keep energy and storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit, look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies in the top pick, got a pick fleece. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. I see they ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the
Welcome, football fans, to Live and Free on OH Report. I'm Zack Truax, alongside I almost got it wrong from the get-go. Along finds J.R. Davis is on color and stats tonight. Adam Thompson is the man that makes everything go, and Keaton Cooper is on camera. Week 12, the second week of playoffs is here. And OH Report has sent me down to a dandy. In Jeromesville, Hillsdale High School, the 10-1 Falcons host the 10-1 Windham Bombers. The Bombers make the trip over from the Alliance area, where they've got two running backs who have amassed over 3,000 combined yards. We'll step aside right now for our first commercial break and the national anthem. And when we come back, we'll learn about what each team needs to do to win the game.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes, and finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
Let's go.
Friday night lights. Get hype, it's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype, here we go now. Friday night lights. Get hype, it's Friday night.
fans, live and free on RH Report. This is Zack Truax from Hillsdale High School, and we'll continue on with our Sloan Concrete pregame show. First up, let's take a look at the visiting Windham Bombers. The Bombers coming over here from Alliance, Ohio, and they feature a ground and pound, thunder and lightning kind of attack on the offensive side. I is the Thunder. Burton is the Lightning. Their head coach is Jake I. The running back is Jack I. They've got the offensive coordinator is also, I think his name was said is Kael I. So a lot of eyes. See a theme there. Yeah. A lot of eyes on the Windham side. 10-1 record this year. Their only loss was to a 10-1 PV team, who's number one in their region. 6-1 in the conference. Coming off of last year, they went 2-8. So a huge turnaround for the Windham Bombers this year. JR, tell me a little bit, what are your first impressions of this Windham team?
So when I went down on the field before the game, I was looking at them, and you know the beauty thing about D7 football is that the depth, of both teams here. So you got Windham here that had like 26 kids, 4 rows of warming up wise, and you look on across the field, and Hillsdale has 50. So the depth is the biggest thing that kind of stands out to me before we even get going here. I'm talking about the Windham here, seeing Jack I in person. I'm 6'6", and he's pretty good size for him, and all that. So, and like I said, the beauty part about D7 football, him playing both ways, he's going to be the dude for that team.
And that leads us into the player spotlight for Windham High School, and we're going to talk about 2 players for Windham tonight. We're going to talk about first what I like to call the Thunder, Jack I, and then we're also going to talk about the Lightning, Carlos Burton. Both are 1,000-yard backs for the Bombers. Jack I has about 30 touchdowns on the year, and Burton has about 20 touchdowns on the year. So these 2 guys are going to be the focal point of the offense. JR, tell me, your reaction. If you're Hillsdale, how do you try and stop these guys?
And it's just, kind of make it simple. If you attack the best guys on the team, shut them down, make someone else beat you. And so, like we were saying before, we could tell before the game who they were going to and all that stuff with Jack I, with the way that they're setting up their offense and all that. So, like I said, I would attack their best guy and make someone else beat you tonight.
Very good. And that takes us to Hillsdale High School, and we'll take a look at the Hillsdale football team and their team spotlight tonight. And the host Falcons also bringing a 10-1 record. Their lone loss to WCAL rival and powerhouse Norwayne. They play a very bend but don't break defense and a very balanced offense. And going into what you said, JR, they have great depth, which makes them a really tough out in D7. When you can attack running and passing and have depth, you become a tough out. So give me your reaction as you see the Hillsdale team warm up. What's your first reaction there?
I like, the biggest thing, like we said, was depth. There was about 3 or 4 guys at each position. So whether or not those, freshman or JV guys are going to be playing or not, you still have the, if someone was to get hurt, you have the capability of putting the backup in compared to what Windham might be facing with. If Jack I or someone like that gets hurt over there, we're not going to sure who's really coming in to save them, because a lot of these guys are playing both ways. And so that's the biggest thing I see. The other thing, too, is for D7 football, it's a lot of ground and pound, a lot of running like you're going to see from Windham, but the difference is for Hillsdale likes to air it out. Like watching pregame wise, Kael Lewis, my bad. Kael Lewis was airing it out, throwing it. Last week when I was watching the film of that game, I think it was like a 4th and 1 situation, and he was throwing it deep. He threw like a 40-yard bomb that overthrew the guy to the receiver. So that's going to be fun to see. And another thing too I noticed was these guys put up points. I think both teams were averaging almost 40 points a game, so this is going to be real interesting how this goes tonight. We may not be going home tonight early.
No, I don't think so early. And that takes us to our player spotlight. You alluded to him, the sophomore quarterback, the sophomore sensation for Hillsdale, Kael Lewis, in our player spotlight for Hillsdale. As we bring up some stats for Kael here. So Kael's a sophomore and does a great job of climbing in the pocket, keeping his eyes downfield. You see he is 125 for 196, 2,066 yards, 23 passing touchdowns to his 3 big receivers. So he's got a lot of weapons at his disposal, and he spreads the ball around. You played quarterback at senior.
Yes, sir.
Take me through, what you look for in a quarterback and what makes this sophomore so effective as such a young player.
So the wild part is being a sophomore and having this like leadership that he has right now. That's pretty amazing at this level, especially for like I said, varsity wise. Sophomore coming in and doing all that stuff. The other thing too is the stat popping out: 2,000 yards passing. I mean, over at senior high the last few years, we've had great quarterbacks.
Yes. Yes, great quarterbacks, great receivers too.
We're airing it out a lot of the time. And I think we got 1,500, around there. 2,000 is wild, for, so like I said, for D7 and all that stuff too, is because most of the time in D7 you just think of running football for everything. So that's the one that stands out to me for all that.
So we talked about both teams. Now let's talk about the keys to victory for both teams. And we'll bring the keys to victory up on the screen now as we get ready to tow it up here. About 1 minute to go for the game. We'll hustle through this keys to victory so we can get to the kickoff. Wyndham, it's about pounding the rock. We talked about Hillsdale's potent offense. Sometimes your best defense is a good offense. I think if Wyndham can control the ball, go for it on 4th down, sustain long drives, I think they have a chance. What do you think, JR?
That's the biggest thing to keep, kind of like the Patrick Mahomes thing. You keep it out of his hands, and so the best thing to do is just keep running, milk the clock as best they can, and like you said, just keep eliminating as best, from Hillsdale being able to keep the ball.
Yeah, and then on defense, they can't allow the big plays over the top to those that three-headed monster, those receivers that Hillsdale got. So we'll get to the Hillsdale keys to victory, but first, they're towing it up. So we'll get back to the game here. We'll get to Hillsdale's keys to victory in just a minute. Hey, it's Friday night, week 12. It's the greatest tradition in American history, folks. Friday Night Lights, 10-1 Windham, 10-1 Hillsdale. It's week 12, second week of the playoffs. The pretenders have been eliminated. Only contenders left on Friday night. You better, we call it a 2 chin strap game, right? You better have 1 chin strap on and an extra one because there's going to be some pads cracking tonight. Hillsdale kicking off, Windham receiving the ball first. We're to get a chance to see Big Jack Eye right away. And it's a short kickoff by Hillsdale.
Oh, wow.
Covered by the up man for Windham, so Windham gets great field position. Jared, what do you think about that early strategy, Hillsdale kicking off short to a team who loves to run the ball?
So I'm wondering, if they saw something on film-wise, is just like they didn't want to take the risk of having a big play right off the bat, and so maybe squibbing it, kind of get there, make sure you're going to be on defense rather than let a big play happen and have short field for Windham.
Yeah, Carlos Burton for Windham is a burner, and he's the deep man. He's had a couple of touchdowns off of kickoffs this year. I think you're right. Hillsdale did see that, but man, given a running team, because if you're Windham, once you cross the 50, you're going for it on 4th down.
For sure.
Here comes Windham, 2-back set, 2 receivers. That's Burton and I in the running back spots. McCune at quarterback. Handoff to I, and he gets nowhere. And that is one of my keys to victory for Hillsdale. Do not let the bomber leave the tarmac. And they get him on the ground right away. Hillsdale, we talked about Hillsdale's depth. And Hillsdale is without one of their most important players tonight, number 15, Jake Haven. He plays the end and he plays the H-back spot. Really an unsung hero on this Hillsdale team. He's unavailable tonight, so we'll see if that depth works out for them. 2nd down and 11. 2-back set again. I am Burton back there with McCune. 2 receivers. Direct snap again to I, and Hillsdale's all over it. JR, when I talked to Trevor Klein before this game, I said, what is the key to stopping this potent Windham running game? And he said alignment at the snap.
For sure. And I was going to mention earlier, I think the biggest thing for, especially for Windham is that we know they're going to run the ball. Everybody knows they're going to run the ball. Even the cheerleaders know they're going to run the ball. So the biggest thing now is I think it's the boys up front, the D-line and O-line. We're going to see who gets more movement. Right now, Hillsdale's taking advantage of it, and we'll see here with this 3rd down play.
Well, Hillsdale with the definite size advantage across the D-line. A direct snap this time to Burton. Burton's got the corner. If he gets the edge, he's gone. Up ahead, Burton pushes ahead for a decent decent run there, but it's going to be 4th and about 4.
Will be interesting here midfield of what they do here, if they're going to punt it or if they're, like you said, just go for it and try to hopefully maintain it, try to steal a possession here.
You mentioned Windham's depth or lack thereof. They got 29 guys on the roster. It's going to be tough to know whether Windham's punting or not because most of the guys start offense are going to play punt. So you're not going to know until they get out there.
Well, they got a guy 15 yards back, so that might be a good sign here.
That looks like big. Looks like they're going to punt. Big Jack Eye doing it.
Nobody back there. Well, now we got number 3 falling back.
Still nobody back. Hillsdale playing fake all the way, and I get to away a nice punt. Windham hustling down. Can they cover it in time? The guy's there.
Look at that. Wow.
Beautiful punt by Jack Eye. Buries the Falcons deep on the 1-yard line.
That was great. Great job. I mean, I'm a special teams guy, so I love all that. That also, if you want to help eliminate Hillsdale's offense being able to throw the ball like that, now they're going to have to basically waste a whole set of downs here to try to get off the goal line here. So I think that's beautiful here.
Now, Sloan has gone for the running back for Hillsdale. He has 1,100 yards on the season. They're not afraid to run the ball, and that's Sloan in the backfield. Who they are missing tonight is Jake Haven, who's in the H-back spot and very important blocker for them. Lewis in the shotgun, going past right away, looking deep right away. He's got a man. He's open on the 99 yards to number 10.
No way.
Hayden McFadden, lightning strike. Oh, my gosh.
Holy cow. Of course.
First play of the night.
Of course, I say they're going to run the ball, and they throw a 99-yard pass.
That is what you call self-scouting.
Yeah.
Right there. And we talked a little bit about it before the game. I said if Kael Lewis sees a man one-on-one, he'll throw it out there for him. That time he saw a guy double covered, but he threw him open.
Well, it's like, like I said before, everyone in the whole stadium here thought they were going to run the ball. So, I mean, perfect time to, sneak in a deep ball here, because at worst, next play is going to be 2nd and 10 from the 1-yard line. So, I jinxed myself on that one, huh?
So Hillsdale lines up. They have a great kicker, A.J.
Brown.
A.J. Brown, thank you. He is 49 for 51 in PATs, which is a weapon in D7.
I'm going to say, there's a side note here. There's a lot of, cool names for Hillsdale here. I think there's a Colt McCoy. There's a A.J. Brown. There's some great names on this.
What a first play by Hillsdale. JR, I want to tell you a little something. You walked into a trap tonight because – well, we'll talk about when we come back from break. We'll take a break. When we come back, Hillsdale kicks off.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
And we're back as Hillsdale kicks off. One play, 99-yard touchdown pass. And a short kick again, covered quickly by Windham. JR, we questioned this strategy early. It worked out perfectly for Hillsdale, so why not do it again?
Right, and I just think, you got the 7-0 lead right now. Don't let them get a big play to get them momentum to get back in this thing right now.
Dylan McCune gets the play from the sideline, brings it in the huddle. Direct snaps last time for the Bombers, so we'll see if they stay with that direct snap technique or if they look to open it up, go more traditional handoffs. This time, first I lines up at wingback, then he rotates him back to tailback spot. That's Burton in the wing. Burton in motion. Sweep to Burton. Tries to get the corner, and he is ahead. Nice run by
might get 15
Burton.
Here. No? Okay.
It was close, but on third down in the last series, Windham picked up some nice yardage attacking the edge. They go right back to it right away.
The biggest thing is the outside linebacker has to get outside containment. If they can force him to cut back up in the middle, that's where you get your help from. If the outside linebacker doesn't get outside, then that guy's able to bounce outside and get more yards. And so I think that's going to be a key thing here is that you see more edge rushing here.
Yeah, and that's Big Jack Guy out leading you. He's 6'1", 210, and can run like the wind, and he's blocking. So that's a tall task. Direct snap again to I.
See right here. Yep.
This time he tries to get the corner, but they get him to cut back up. And he pushes ahead. And I tell you what, last couple of times he's run the ball, Hillsdale stopped him, but has a hard time getting him on the ground. And I is ahead for a first down. I didn't think he got that many yards, but there's your first down of the game for Windham.
Yeah, Owen Sloan tried to get to the outside and didn't get there, but then Aiden Hoffman got there and was able to make him cut back. And I think, like I said, that's going to be the biggest thing. As you see now, they're going to try to force everything outside. They tried going up the middle the first couple plays in the first series of downs, and they weren't getting much. I think they got 2 yards out of 2 plays. So be looking back that they're going to go open field back and forth here.
Yeah, they've seen they can attack the edges, and they're going to that. Direct snap here to Burton again. He's forced back in, makes a cut, and he is stuck behind the line of scrimmage. That time, much better penetration from the Hillsdale defense.
Yeah, it looks like the right side got beat here. Yep, right guard, 72 there, got beat, and 58. Karsten Stevens was able to blow up that play.
So forces a 2nd and 12 for Windham. If you're a running team, you do not want to be behind the chains. After some positive plays attacking the edges, we'll see if Windham takes to the air or they re-attack up the middle.
Will be interesting if they do throw the ball here, kind of, put them on edge. But, I mean, 2nd and long here, you might have to stick with what your guns are.
Fake the handoff to Burton. And then throws the interception. Yep. McCune throws the interception at the 50. Hillsdale takes over. Boy, that's it. If you get down 2 scores to Hillsdale, JR, you could be in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's not what they want to do. They want to run the ball. But when you get put in 2nd and long situations, that gets them out of their comfort zone. They're not used to calling these plays right now. They're used to scoring 40-some points a game. So, get them out of their comfort zone. They end up throwing a pick, and, Hillsdale's going to take over in great field position.
Hillsdale's last drive, 1 play, 99-yard touchdown to number 10. That would be Brock Bauer with the 99-yard touchdown.
That's
reception.
Another name, too. I was thinking that's another football player name there.
Lewis in the gun, kicks it out to number 2. That's Holland Young, makes a man miss, and then is wrestled down, and that will be a horse collar.
I don't like that. They're going to call a horse collar on this. It looks like, and we'll look at the replay here, looks like he just grabs the back of his jersey. You got to grab the top of the shoulder pads here for that to be actually called here. See what I'm saying? That's just jersey, and they're trying to be protecting players there, but that's meant to grab like the back of the shoulder pads and pull down.
Correct.
And everything. So I don't really like that. Plus, it was in front of Hillsdale's bench, so I think that's why you got the call.
Yeah, there might have been some encouragement for that call. Either way, Hillsdale 1st and 10. And the ball is set up at the 21-yard line, threatening again on 2 plays. Lewis in the gun. Sloan set beside him. Twins left, and Sloan is tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. Great penetration that time by Windham defense, number 11, Nick Hopper.
It was a trap play. Looks like 77 just didn't get over there in time.
Hopper doing a great job getting penetration and putting Hillsdale behind the sticks. It's going to be 2nd and about 15. Yep, 2nd and 15 is what they're calling on the scoreboard. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Hillsdale Falcons up 7-0 and driving after an interception.
Let's see if they go back to these bubbles here. The DBs are playing pretty far back, like almost 5-7 yards back, so it'll be interesting here.
Lewis pitches to Sloan. Sloan cuts it up. He's got a crease, cuts it back. Got some space now, and picks most of those yards back up, plus some. He's going to set up a very third and manageable.
Yeah, it looks like they're just kind of picking apart the D-line here.
Boy, number 9 for Hillsdale is lucky to get away with a hold right there. And we talked about 15, Jake Haven being out. That would normally be his spot right there to get a block. And number 9 for Hillsdale, that's Deacon Borman. He's a freshman, very physical freshman. I've watched him play this year, but very lucky. Got little hands on that block. Third and manageable. Lewis on the quick pass, and no one is around number 10, Hayden McFadden, and he takes it ahead right away.
So it's 3rd and 5, and your guys are playing 7 yards off. I mean, and you know they're going to throw bubbles. I mean, I know there's a chance you can get beat deep, but I mean, you got to play the sticks there and don't let them get behind you. I don't know. That's
McFadden genuinely looked surprised no one was there to tackle him right away.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe he had that much green grass in front of him. But it sets up a 1st and goal from about the 3-yard line, we'll call it.
Yep.
1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Lewis in the gun. Sloan set up beside him. Hand off to Sloan off the left side, and no one's there.
Boy.
Touchdown, Hillsdale Falcons.
Wow.
Bring on A.J. Brown for the PAT. Hillsdale jumps out to an impressive 13-0 lead. Get ready to make it 14-0.
So the toughest thing for Windham's going to be coming, for them to come back is that they're going to have to play out of their element. They're going to have to try to maybe throw the ball, or you got to score this drive. You got to have a consistent long drive here and be able to work your way down the field and make it 14-7. Because if not, this could get real ugly.
Yeah, I think if you're Windham and you get that short kickoff, you're going for it in 4th down here. You got to control the ball. I don't think I abandoned the game plan just yet. It's so early.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, too, if they come out with a trick play or something like that to kind of spark the team here.
And A.J. Brown is up, and it is good. 14-0. We'll hear from our sponsors when we come back. Hillsdale kicks the ball off.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Welcome back to Hillsdale High School. Hillsdale 14, the Windham Bombers nothing. 5:41 left to go in the first quarter. Hillsdale kicks off. A.J. Young toes it up, and now this time's a little taller, and it's fielded about the 25 and taken back to around the 31.
So you could tell a little bit with the kickoff there. Is that the kicker, Brock? Yeah, Brock, or no, is that right?
That was number 10, Hayden McFadden on the kickoff.
He lined up like almost 10 yards ready to kick it deep. So, I mean, you could tell a little different strategy there, kicking it deep. They feel a little bit more comfortable now, letting them kicking it deep here.
Still at the worst field position for the Windham Bombers at the 31-yard line.
Like I said, maybe a trick play, do something to try to, spark and get these Hillsdale guys off their backs a little bit.
Yeah, Hillsdale defensive backs are playing right up on the line of scrimmage. Single high safety. That's Burton in motion. Direct snap. And a good run. I'm sorry, it's hard to pick. I'm sorry, that was Burton on the run. Number 4 for Windham. DeJuan Ramsey on the motion there.
So it's still a good play there by Owen Sloan. He forced it back inside. He was able to stay outside as best he could, force the running back inside, and was able to get some help. Because if not, he would have had the edge, and he probably got 10 yards on that play.
Yeah, if Burton gets loose, he's gone. He can absolutely fly. Jack I not being able to get going quite yet tonight. You can tell the defense is keying on him. McCune in the gun. No, I'm sorry, under center. Handoff, and more of a traditional handoff to I, and he is stacked up right away. The defense is just flying to wherever I is running.
Yeah, it looks like anything inside right now is just unavailable. That's the outside stuff. I think if you can contain the outside backers and be able to seal them and break off for another 5 yards every play, that's your best shot right now. They might stick with that right now. I would not throw it. I don't think they feel comfortable throwing the ball, so I would stick to what you know and what you've been successful lately.
Well, the Windham offensive linemen are not getting to the second level and getting blocks on the Hillsdale linebackers.
Oh, okay.
So a little shift here.
Yeah.
Hillsdale shifts. That is I on the direct snap, and he is ahead Barrels ahead.
Ball down. Ball.
Fumble.
Yep.
And it is recovered.
I can't see. Oh, better look at the TV.
I, the ball carrier. Let's see on the replay what happens. I gets a direct snap. Makes a man.
He picked it up, yeah.
Picked it up. So Hillsdale ball. 2 costly turnovers by the Windham Bombers inside the 50-yard line, and Hillsdale takes over again with a chance to really start to put this thing away.
Yeah, tough to see from over here from where we're at, but luckily we got the cameras here, the nice HD cameras.
That ball must have popped out right there.
Yep.
Looks like Sloan stripped it loose. Back on offense. Lewis in the gun. Sloan set up to his right.
Go deep.
Twins right.
All post wheel.
And it's wide open.
Oh, my gosh.
And how do you let number 10,
man,
how do you let Hayden McFadden get loose after he just burned you for 100 yards earlier in the game? Hillsdale up 21-0, and the curse is loose. I talked to you, JR. I said, every game I've done this year for OH Report has been a running clock, and we are 10 before the end of the first quarter. We are a mere 2 possessions away from that as A.J. Brown lines up to kick the PAT for Hillsdale.
Yeah, big thing like that, you got a turnover for Hillsdale, and you get the ball at midfield. You know, like I said, take a shot and put the nail in the coffin, and they did. And it was, oh my gosh, it was surprising. They went post wheel, and it just looked like nobody was within 10 yards of them.
And there's your PAT makes it Hillsdale 21, the Bombers 0. We'll take a break. When we come back, familiar sight, Hillsdale kicks off.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Hillsdale kicks off deep. Looks like that's I fielding it. And that's trouble. That's why Hillsdale kicked it short. Yep, with a beautiful return. Gets it to the 50-yard line. Jack I on a really nice return. Sets up Windham. And we talked about it, JR. Why is Hillsdale kicking short? This is why right here. He was, and you just can't put a shoulder into that guy. 34 for Hillsdale, just tries to give him the old shoulder bump. And Jack I, he goes, let's see, 6'1", 215. You're not going to knock him down with a shoulder bump.
Yeah, like I said, that's what we were talking about earlier, just kicking it short to be safe the first 2 times, and now they feel a little bit comfortable, 21-point lead, to kind of kick it deep now, and as you see why they were kicking it short.
Windham sets up at the 44-yard line. McCune at quarterback. That's I in motion. Fake the handoff to I, give to Burton going the other way, and it is stuffed right away. Hillsdale doing a beautiful job staying home. Number 7 for Hillsdale's defense. That is Aiden Hoffman.
So I like what they're doing there. They're trying to do a little misdirection, but I think that the speed of the D-line right now is just kicking the butts of the offensive line for Windham right now. And so I think your best shot is just as quick as you can get to the outside. You know, keep doing outside. If you can get like a tight end or one of the wing backs to seal these outside backers, and you'll be able to, you know, be positive like they have been doing.
Well, the D linemen for Hills are just eating up Windham's offensive linemen. McCune straight drop back this time. In and out of the hands of Burton. Nice pass. Burton just drops it. And Windham lucky to get away with with a hold there on the edge. I'm going to talk real quick about Windham's offensive line. Jaquan Smith, 5'11", 190. Jordan Reidenball, 5'10", 170. Jacob Cody, 5'10", 170. Omar Duran, 5'10", 185, and then big Azion Davis, 6'1", 280. But that's an undersized line, even for D7.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's where the game is right now.
Yep. Third and long. McCune on a straight drop back, throws it deep. He's got a man open, just underthrows him, and easy pickoff. 26, that looks like Sloan. Is that Sloan, 26?
No, that was
trying to get a number there.
20.
20, number 20 for Hillsdale. That's Kyle Turk, just playing center field. Comes up for an easy interception. McCune just launches one up. That is 3 turnovers and 3 drives, and all 3 times Hillsdale gets the ball on the good side of the 50 for them, setting up another short field.
So that wasn't a bad route concept that they had there. I just think he was so late in throwing it, and that's what ended up looking like a pop up to center field there for Kyle Turk.
Yeah,
he just threw it too late.
Underthrown and late. Yep.
Yeah.
He was open. Lewis in a shotgun. Give straight up the middle to Sloan, and he bangs ahead for 5 yards.
Yeah, and that's another thing, too, getting back to that interception, is that Hillsdale's putting Windham in places they don't want to be. 3rd and long to making them throw, and they don't want to throw the ball. So they're just throwing these. He's not used to throwing these deep passes either. And so as you saw with that deep one there.
Yeah, easy pickoff. 3 turnovers and 3 possessions. And it's tough to win a playoff game with 3 turnovers, let alone 3 turnovers in the first quarter. Lewis in the shotgun. Sloan behind him. Give up the middle to Sloan again and gashes the defense. He's ahead for another, looks like, 20-yard run. Now Hillsdale just running it right at Windham, and Sloan gets up a little gimpy.
Well, that's the great thing about this balance that they have, is that with the big 3 receivers that they have, they're able to spread out to the outside, and now the DBs for Windham have to choose if they want to make sure they're staying out there and not helping out the run, and now that opens up the middle to be able for, what's his name, Owen Sloan to just have a clear path up the middle.
I tell you what, you could have driven a Mack truck to that hole.
Yeah,
that's beautiful blocking. And if we flip the page and we talk about Hillsdale's offense, I'll get to their size of their offensive line here in a second. Give up the middle of Sloan again. It's blown dead.
Delay a game here. Yeah. You also wonder with Windham being so, winning, these big games and margin and all that stuff, I wonder if they've been in this spot. I know you said last year their record was it 2-8?
2-8 last year.
2-8 last year, so maybe they have that in the back of their mind. But at least this season-wise, you wonder what's on their mind and how much they are willing to take, because like you said, they're playing both sides of the ball, getting their butts kicked right now. It makes you wonder how much more they got in the tank.
On that last play, you did see some guys for Windham reaching and not tackling. And that's the first sign of starting to run up the white flag. Lewis in the shotgun, gives the Sloan up the middle, something we're going to see a lot of going forward. But he,
pull.
No.
Great pull.
Great pull. Yeah. Fooled me. Lewis kept that on a little read there. And Jack I with a nice one-on-one tackle on the edge. That's the first time I've actually seen Lewis pull that ball all year. So nice self-scouting. I'm sure the coaches told him there. But Jack I was not biting on that. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Hills offensive line. Brady Kirchbaum, 6'6", 215. Garrett First, 6'1", 275. Brady Heller plays center, 5'9", 190. Corbin Dieter, 5'6", 210. Landon Thomas, 6'3", 200. To say Hillsdale is an advantage on the offensive line is an understatement. Lewis goes for it all again. Throws it to the corner of the end zone. No one's home.
Yeah, a little confusion there out of the receivers. They look like a post, and they try to do like a sit route, almost comeback route to the right side, and just miscommunication there by Kael.
And 3rd down here. I got to imagine Hillsdale.
So I can see this. Yeah, I can see this. They'll definitely go for it, in my opinion. This could probably going to be a run here. They're going to spread it out, probably run the ball here, get some yardage to make it a manageable 4th down here. But then again, everything I've said tonight's been wrong, so we'll see how that goes.
Sloan in the sidecar next to Lewis. 4 wide receivers, looking for it all. Lewis climbs the pocket, looks downfield, got a man. Touchdown, number 2. Holland Young.
I know. I think I'm done tonight.
Holland Young for the touchdown. A.J. Brown coming out to kick the extra point. We are 2 points away from a running clock before the end of the first quarter. Hillsdale putting it on the Windham Bombers. Look, JR, talk a little about how Lewis climbed the pocket there and found the man open.
So any other quarter, and especially a sophomore quarterback like that, you kind of get, you see that wide open midfield that they had, and me, if I'm doing that, I'm slow as heck. Oh, they're gonna run the 2-point here. I'll muddle huddle here. Wow.
2-point conversion.
Yeah, they just had a muddle huddle here, 2-point conversion.
Why not?
Yeah, he swings it over to the back behind the left side here, and he just runs it in for easy. It's an all numbers game whenever they do the muddle huddle.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Hillsdale kicks off.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Welcome back to Hillsdale High School. Familiar sight, Hillsdale kicking it off. Will it be deep or short? And it's another short kickoff. Hillsdale's learned their lesson. Fielded by the up man and down around the 28-yard line. Currently, the other undefeated team in Ashland County is the Ashland Arrows, and they have a 14-7 lead over DeSales.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Senior high scrimmage DeSales this year with Ryan Day's.
Ryan Day's son of QB?
Yeah, son of QB.
That's right. Windham comes out on offense. Haven't been able to do a whole lot. They've got one Home and Kitchen Supply first down. Thank you to Home Kitchen Supply for sponsoring first downs. We've had so many big plays. Haven't got a chance to announce their name much. But thank you to our generous sponsors, the Home and Kitchen Supply in Mansfield. McCune under center. Burton in motion, give on a counter back to Jack Eye. Nobody's biting on that counter. Everyone knew Big Jack Eye was getting the ball. Fake to Burton there, give to McCune, but the linebackers are all over it. No one isn't even going with Burton. JR, if you're in the coach's booth and you see that, no one's going with Burton. And everyone keys on Eye in the counter. What's your first thought there?
I almost use them as a decoy at this point. I got to try something. Like I said, I think your best bet is just find a way to get the ball to the outside.
And there it is, a sweep to Burton, and he is stopped, hits a brick wall.
Yeah, just see if the outside backer here forces it back inside. It's actually the corner. Corner moved up on that one.
Beautiful hit by number 52, the linebacker, Brady Heller. He arrived with some bad intentions. And at the end of the first quarter, it's Hillsdale 29, Windham 0. We'll be right back after a word from our generous sponsors. Jack Eye on the direct snap rushes ahead for a gain of about 7 and a Home and Kitchen Supply first down.
Got a player down here.
Big Jack Eye, he gets the edge, and when he arrives with bad intentions. Brady Heller again on the tackle. And it looks like we got an injured Falcon on the field.
Bomber.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Injured Windham Bomber on the field. See the replay here.
It's like number 1.
Boy, Brady Heller doing a great job of beating the blocks and getting down, get running sideline to sideline.
So it looked like the quarterback was kind of be a lead block there, and I think he might have, when he fell down, put his hand down and kind of hurt himself here. Let's see, as he was blocking.
Yeah, he got the WWE treatment by Holland Young. Goes at the block Holland Young. Holland Young gives him the old lat drop. This is wrestling. That's a 7-point move now. At if we're in wrestling season, Holland Young, I give him 7 points.
Yeah,
3 for the takedown and 4 for the near fall.
Tough thing in this press box, you can't see really on the other side of the field. So it looked like a hand, but then again, I've gotten everything else wrong tonight. So, but now it looks like an ankle or leg injury.
That's a danger using your quarterback as a lead blocker, right? You get him out there and you put him in peril.
Well, it's like I said, I don't know if they've been in this position or how many times they've been down this year. So I think that guy, Dylan McCune is just looking for anything to get positive plays here.
If I'm Windham at this point, and this is just me, and it's 29-0 at the first quarter, I'm at this point going, damn the torpedoes. I'm not abandoning my game plan. I am going to be who I am. We've tried to throw it 3 times. Mm-hmm. It's got intercepted. Let's just run the ball and try and claw back into this thing and play a little bit of defense.
Stick with what brought you. Biggest thing is work your way down. Find a way to score this drive, however you get to do it.
Couldn't see you checked in at quarterback, but that's Big Jack guy in the tailback spot. Burton in motion. Hand off to Burton. He fumbles it, picks it, scoops it back up.
Throw it away.
Nice stiff arm, but ripped down. Again, Holland Young. Listen, the Hillsdale wrestling coaches, get this kid on the team. That's 2 beautiful takedowns by Holland Young in a row. This time, ripping Burton down by the jersey. Up, makes the play. Stiff arm, beautiful. Another lat drop. That's 2 lat drops in a row. Get this kid on the wrestling team.
Yeah, just getting them out of rhythm. Windham is not comfortable at all. Especially, they had a backup quarterback in there in that spot, so the exchanges are going to be off a little bit. So looks like they're going to keep them out or keep them back up in for right now.
That's Burton now at the tailback spot. Jack eye open. They're going to throw it to him. Oh, just overthrows him. He had him open. Oh, you can see the frustration in Eye's body language right there. And we're looking at 3rd and a country mile for Windham. This is not what they're built for, but they had him open.
It's going to be interesting what they have. I can't imagine they have that many 3rd and long play calls here.
No, I think something to get half of it right here, right?
And thinking about it here, you may be able to slow down this rush a little bit. You might be able to sneak a screen, a little running back screen, if you're, spread everybody out and throw like a little running back screen or something like that. Maybe slow up this D-line here.
There's your reverse, JR.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Oh, he got the corner. Was that Burton? That was Burton. Man, he got the corner. He hit an extra gear, didn't he?
Yeah, there was a hold on the left side there.
So Windham runs the reverse. Hold right there, maybe.
I don't like
well,
that.
That is a tough call.
Don't like that at all.
When a team's down 29-0, and you could have made that call about a dozen times on each side of the ball, and that's when you decide to call it. I don't like it. I don't like that call.
The weird spot was that, it's not like he was trying to get to the outside or anything. It looked like he was squared up with them, kind of working with them to the side. And so that's
rough call for Windham, but
it might be too that he hasn't thrown his flag all night, so I think he got a little bored.
Got to earn that paycheck.
Got to test out the wing a little bit.
Here we go. 3rd in the country, 2 country miles now for Windham. Burton in the tailback spot. I at the wing. I'm sorry, that's DeJuan Ramsey in the tailback spot.
Oh, that's illegal men in motion.
Yeah, 2 men in motion. Yeah. They're not going to blow it dead, though.
Yeah.
No, they won't blow that play dead in case it's a negative play. The defense has a chance to decline it. But when the flags went up, everyone kind of stopped.
So you got to decline it?
You got to decline it here, right? You decline it. It's 4th down.
It'll be 3rd and 8.
No.
It's going to be no. Excuse me. That's 8 maybe yards to the first set of sticks there.
Yeah, it's 10-20. So you have to decline it here.
Yeah, it looks like I think they're going to go for it. Well, maybe I don't know. Nope, never mind.
No, they're punting.
It's like you said, it's tough to tell because no one's coming in or out for the
shuffle anybody in and out, right? So Jack first punt was really nice.
Yeah, he might need that too.
This time, Hayden McFadden back to take the punt. It's a little low. Fields it, but now he's got some green grass in front of him. One man to beat. Gets a block. Beautiful block. Ahead for a first down. Oh.
Wow, what a
if you're
block.
Windham, at least you got something to hang your hat on tonight. Takes the bad snap. And this is a woo hit right here. You know how you know it? Burton gets out. Boom. And the whole crowd goes, woo. Beautiful block by Burton.
They should just line up in punt formation all the time and just run like that the whole game.
Why not? It worked.
Yeah.
So
I don't even know if that was designed. I think he just said it was kind of a low snap, and he said, "All right, we're going."
He picked it up, saw green grass in front of him.
What's the worst that's going to happen?
He's a playmaker. And he made a play. Gives Windham a home kitchen supply first down, sprung by a beautiful Burton block. Pitch to Burton now. Burton having a nice game. He's ahead for 5.
I wonder if Burton can throw. Like I said, at this point,
halfback pass.
Yeah, you're kind of looking for something here to kind of get either a quick score. I mean, the way they've been driving and being able to get that first down there, they got to score. Obviously, I mean, I know they're down 29-0, but like just morale-wise, you got to get some points out of this drive.
And that right there is a morale booster because that was a huge block in front of his own bench, and you saw kind of energized him a little bit, right? Certainly energized us up here.
Looks like Burton's hurt.
So I think they called timeout.
Damn.
Oh, that's a good block.
Shouldn't say that.
Oh, it's on YouTube. You're okay.
I learned from Pat McAfee.
Right. So it looks like Windham calls.
Yeah.
Windham called timeout to avoid Burton sitting out of play. So now they're talking about it. Yeah, they're called timeout so Burton doesn't sit out of play because he was hurt on that last play. He was winded at least. So, JR, give me your first impression. This is the first time you've seen Hillsdale play. Give me your impression of what this Hillsdale team looks like to you.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing, like I said, the first one I got here, you could tell depth. They got depth, you know, they got size. This is going to be a tough team to put out in the playoffs, for sure. You know, just like something like you can see the size difference between both teams here. The other thing, too, is that the balance that they have of the throwing the ball and running the ball. You know, your run game's going to, much like what Ohio State was able to do against Penn State this past weekend, was now they're able to run the ball, it opened up the pass game, and vice versa for both sides here. So that's the impressive thing is that both, you know, the balance of what they have on offense.
Impressive and so unique in Division 7.
For sure, for sure.
Here we go, Windham on offense, on the drive here, 2nd and 5. Now, line back, you guys got a hand in the dirt in the tailback spot, which is interesting, but it works, and is dragging.
He was dragging him.
Hillsdale tacklers ahead for another home and kitchen supply first down. Here's the replay. Runs through one tackle and then just takes half the team on a ride.
So it looks, I mean, this drive is definitely, obviously it got helped out by that 4th down conversion, that fake punt. But like it looks like Windham's kind of getting comfortable now. They're kind of getting back to what they needed to, how they run the ball most of the time and getting almost 4 or 5 yards of play here.
1st and 10. McCune is back in quarterback. Under center. Give up the middle of Burton. Burton bangs ahead for maybe 2 yards.
That's interesting.
And a little off tackle, but man, Hillsdale is just stuffing it at the line of scrimmage. The keys to the game for Hillsdale was, like I said, don't let the bomber leave the tarmac. And for the most part, they have kept those 2 Windham Bomber running backs on the ground.
Well, it's just like, you've seen that the passing game for Windham is not the greatest, so therefore they can kind of narrow in on, all right, let's shut down the running game here. And, that's your ball game really easily.
McCune under center again. Back at the tailback spot with his hand in the dirt. Fake to him now. And throwing it up. That's trouble. And, beautiful interception by number 20. Wow. Again, having the game of his life. Kael Turk, the 5'11", 140-pound sophomore with a beautiful interception, wrestling it away from the Windham receiver.
He just went up and got it. I mean, he robbed it from 24 there.
24, Matt Kalazic.
Yeah.
the tight end, and that's just that old wing tee, fake the run. The tight end blocks and tries to leak out, and Turk was all over it, getting his second interception of the night.
Yeah, the Windham offensive coordinator got greedy there. I think they were driving. He tried to get a sneak touchdown there, and it's tough. That kills morale big time there because it's great if it works, but realistically, keep going what you're doing. They were getting 5 yards a pop most of the drive there.
First and 10 from the 1 yard line again. This time, in this situation, Hillsdale a little more conservative with just a give off the right side to Sloan, but wrestled down quickly. Number 11, Nick Hopper for Windham, all over that one. And he got some help from his friends. Sets up a 2nd and about 9 for Hillsdale, now from the 4 yard line. Boy, if you're Windham, you really need to get a 3 and out here if you want to have any chance of just making this thing competitive.
So it'll be interesting here. It looks like almost one-on-one down here. With a lot of room in between here.
Yeah, too high safety, but they're not really high, are they?
Uh-oh.
Lewis in trouble, and he throws that away.
He gets away with it. Oh, my gosh. That was going to be intentional grounding, but there was a running back out in that area, so it makes it, just an incomplete pass. Wow.
Very headsy play by Lewis.
Everything's going their way tonight.
And Hopper comes through free, but cannot get Lewis on the ground. Boy, that was something.
He wasn't even looking. Look at this. He wasn't even looking. Almost like a cream hook shot here.
Hopper came free, and Lewis able just to squeeze it out. Actually held up by his offensive lineman, too.
Wow.
Makes it 3rd and 10. If you're Windham, do you get – the safeties are playing so high. The safeties are playing the same level as the defensive backs.
Yeah, right there. See? Quick out.
That's going to be too easy.
Oh, my gosh.
That's going to be too easy.
Oh, my gosh. No way.
There goes that man, Hayden McFadden, on his 2nd long touchdown run of the night. The first one goes 99. This one, a pass, goes 95.
It's a Randy Moss type day there.
Deep out, he gets the corner, and I said that's just too easy, and he was gone.
Well, we mentioned earlier, it was 3rd and 5 in that one situation earlier, and they were playing 7 yards back, letting the easy bubble happen, and they got the big play. They were playing, it was 3rd and 10, and they were playing like 15, 20 yards off the guy. He just ran a 5 yard out, and his speed just blew past you. Wow. I was ready to, for another play to happen here. So let's see the muddle huddle.
Yeah, let's see if A.J. Brown gets a chance to kick, and he will. Coming into this game, Brown was 49 of 51 of PATs.
Wow.
He's hit 3 tonight, so we'll see if he gets his 4th. It's up, and it is good. So that makes it Hillsdale 36. Windham, after a promising drive, throws an interception and then gives up another long touchdown play. 6:25 left to go in just the 2nd quarter. We may break the scoreboard tonight. We'll stay here. And guess what, JR? Hillsdale is kicking off again.
Yeah, and I was thinking about it there while they were kicking the extra point. I'm thinking, both the Windham players are going both ways and everything like that. That simple 5 yard route, I think the corner kind of just eased up a little bit, and just from how many plays have been on defense the whole time, and I think they're kind of wore out right now.
I was surprised at how close the safeties were playing in the line of scrimmage because the safeties were playing even with the defensive backs, and Hillsdale has murdered you. One of my keys to victory for Windham: do not give up the big play, and they've given up multiple big plays tonight. And to not give up a big play, you have to play your safety deep, deeper than your defensive backs at least. Short kickoff by Hillsdale, fallen on again by Windham at the 31 yard line. That's going to be the way it is the rest of the night tonight. That was number 4 for Windham falling on the ball, DeJuan Ramsey. Here's your regionals. So you see the top left, the Hillsdale Falcons, and that they are playing the Windham Bombers.
Or Indians, according to this thing.
The bracket's wrong. It is the Windham Bombers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They will have the winner of Malvern and Lowellville in the next round of the regional semifinals. Windham on offense now. McCune under center. Pitched, a slow pitch to Burton. and he makes something out of nothing.
So that's what I'm saying. They're back to their offense, like running the ball. That's 5 yards, 4 or 5 yards there, and I get why. I mean, things are a little funny for you when you're down 29-0 at that point to try to throw that deep ball, the tight end up the middle there, but
the go route to the tight end.
Right. Yeah. So I think.
Here's their schedule. They ain't played. They've been winning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
look at that strength of schedule though. Up till Pymatuning Valley, no one they played. The best team they beat was the 6-5 team. So they've not played quite the same schedule Hillsdale has. And that is trying to get to the corner. Going to set up we'll see where he spots it. I was going to say very manageable third down, but he might have fought ahead for a first down. Let's see what happens.
I think they're going to give it to him.
Yep, right there. He's got it. Man, is a big kid. If he gets loose, he's going to be a handful. And Hillsdale has done a good job of getting a lot of bodies to him. Trevor Klein, Coach Klein for Hillsdale Falcons, when I asked him about what do you do to stop this running game, and he emphasized proper alignment, having guys in the right spot so when they run the ball, you've got numbers at the point of attack. And Hillsdale has done that exceptionally well tonight.
And with a good weight size compared to
that helps too.
that offensive line.
Outweighing your guy across you by 20 pounds helps.
Oh, boy.
And that's a handoff up the middle. Banging ahead for about 7 yards.
So I think there's something. Dylan McCune is more hurt than what he's. I think he's toughening it out right now because if we see, the next replay, whatever we get a chance, he turns around to hand the ball off. I think he takes a step. He doesn't normally when you turn to hand the ball off, you take like a couple steps, like kind of hard, get that ball to the running back. And I think he turned and he's not able to hand the ball off like he normally is.
You can tell he's favoring right there. McCune under center. Let's see how he handles this one. Pitches out to Burton. Burton gets the corner and Burton ahead for some positive yards.
Yeah, you couldn't really tell there with how quick that was, but if they do another handoff here, I think you'll see it where, like I said, he's kind of gingering it, like being able to not really jump off the ball and be able to hand the ball off like he normally would.
Wyndham wanted to pull the tackle, and when the tackle came out, I was in the way. He wasn't able to get out of the tackle's way.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So obviously, McCune. Obviously, toughing it out here. I in the tailback spot when McCune sat next to him. I'm sorry, Burton. He's barely turning around.
Oh wow, he broke out of that.
Yeah, he's a tough runner.
Yeah.
So McCune's been under center, and they've gone with two back set. It's a very unique two back set because I will be in a tailback spot and Burton next to him, and I don't like that play design. Just Burton just standing there. Have him go do something.
The backs that aren't getting the ball, and this is probably something that Hillsdale picked up on. The backs that aren't getting the ball aren't really getting off of. They're not really selling a fake. They're not really doing it. They're kind of just hanging out there.
Makes it easy to defend.
Yeah.
1st and 10 now for Windham. McCune looks nice there. Rolls out. Throws it right to number 6. That is Jesse Trevathan, the outside linebacker, comes up with.
There's a flag on the play.
Is that the 4th turnover of the game?
Yeah, there's a flag. I wonder if it's going to be a hold or. Be interesting here.
See what the call is here, but Jesse Trevathan just steps right in front of.
If it's a hold,
Jack
I don't see what the question's going to be. They're going to decline it.
Holding, offense, penalty decline.
Seemed pretty simple there,
Yeah, and don't think you have to be nasty about that one. But Hillsdale gets another turnover, forces another turnover, and they get the ball inside the 50 again.
Yeah, not used to throwing the ball on the run, and I think there's a little hitch in the giddy up there for Dylan McCune too.
It might be. Just it didn't have any zip on that ball at all. It really floated. I think even if I would have been open, I don't think the ball would have got to him. Yeah. Trevathan picked that off, and it wasn't moving too quick when he got to it. Anyways, Hillsdale back on offense. Trips right. Kael Lewis. Kael Lewis at quarterback.
Yep.
Quick pass. It's got to be a offsides.
Illegal formation. I don't think they were set.
No, they were set. Illegal procedure against Hillsdale. Moves it back 5 yards. Hillsdale not taking their foot off the gas pedal. 5 wide there. Up
number
36-0.
Number 9 wasn't set there. Deacon Borman.
So Borman is a freshman, and he is in for the unavailable number 15 for Hillsdale. Jake Haven, who's out tonight. Borman just a freshman. He's in tonight. He gets the duty, but he's played well, obviously.
empty here. This will be interesting.
5 wide, trips right, twins left. Lewis in the shotgun, and it's a quarterback draw all the way. Lewis not really known for his running, but able to get those yards back and then some. Sets up a 2nd and 6 from the 35-yard line.
Yeah, just spreading it out, using your size advantage that you have at the lineman-wise, just kind of spreading it out and be able to just run up right up the middle.
Kind of a West Virginia spread run right there.
There you go.
With what was the great quarterback? Was that Pat
White?
Pat White, yeah, kind of that West Virginia spread run right there. Now Sloan in the sidecar, Lewis at in the gun, 3 receivers. Lewis looking to pass. There's that deep out again. Throws a beautiful ball to number 2. Holland Young.
So once again, that corner was about 10 yards off the ball, and it just simple, quick out there, like right there. I mean, that's middle school football. That's just simple routes, and especially when for Coach senior high for me, we had all the athletes, so everyone's playing corner or cover 4, like back and all that stuff. So I mean, the easiest thing is just tell your quarterback, hit an out route, let your athletes make a play, and that's what happened down here to get that long touchdown earlier in the quarter.
That out route is the toughest pass to throw, and Lewis puts it so perfectly right where it needs to be every time. In the gun, Sloan sets the sidecar, throwing the bubble screen, and it's blown up right away.
Good stick.
Number
Burton.
13, Burton. Yeah. He's having a game, man. Burton is having a game on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, another simple thing, too, is, as you see, the DBs are still – the corners are back 10 yards. So, the bubble's going to be there the whole time. It's just who makes a block, and, and the receiver's got to make a play as well.
Sets up a 2nd and 9 for Hillsdale, but yardage has been a no problem for them tonight.
Maybe I can get some right here. We'll see.
On the sidecar. 2 receivers to the left, double wings, and Hillsdale.
Yeah.
Hillsdale calls timeout, talk about something. 2 minutes left to go in second quarter. We'll keep it right here. So Hillsdale, 2 timeouts left here. When we get to the second half, if things just stay the way they are, we'll have a running clock. But I don't think Hillsdale takes their foot off the gas pedal here, JR.
This, you can kind of work on a situation here. You can kind of work on, hey, we got to score. There's 2 minutes left to go. It'd be different if they were down on the 40-yard line. You can do like a 2-minute drill, work your way down the field here. But now it's almost a situation where, hey, we got to get points here at the end of this quarter. And then also, if they score quick enough, be able to hold them off on defense, set them up for next week's playoff game and everything too. Yeah, that's just situational ball, and then I think second half, put in your backups to be safe.
Up in Ashland, Ohio, the other undefeated Ashland County team, Ashland Arrows now up 20-7 on visiting Columbus St. Francis de Sales.
Post wheel up top. Nope.
Fake the handoff. Yep. There it is, post wheel. And he throws it. Got a man open. Oh, beautiful play in the corner.
Burton. He's everywhere.
Burton he's a tough kid.
Yeah.
I like this guy. Just doesn't quit.
So it was like a post-bubble wheel type thing. So they're trying to sell the bubble there and get the corner to jump a little bit. So, but Burton did jump a little bit, but he was able to get back and knock it down a little bit. So I didn't see a penalty there.
Penalty against the Bombers? He said I missed that. I was watching the replay.
I don't know. Whatever it was, if it was there was a decline the penalty.
3rd and 9 for Hillsdale, but that's not been a problem for them tonight yet. Got to expect to go for it on 4th down. Lewis in the gun, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Sloan in the sidecar. Lewis back to pass. He's got a man open and misses him. That's the first time he's missed all night.
Yeah.
That brings up 4th and 11. Was it tipped the line of scrimmage?
Yeah.
Let's see the replay here.
No, just miscommunication there.
Miscommunication right there. 4th and 9.
I was going to say,
well,
someone else can be wrong in this booth, huh?
Okay, so it's at the 25. That makes it 35, a 40-some-yard field goal. I like A.J. Brown. Give A.J. Brown a chance to kick a long one here because you might need him in the playoffs.
Right. You could try it here, but also, don't put yourself in a situation you're not comfortable with. If he hasn't tried it all year, don't ruin it. Look at another 5-yard out up here. Nope.
Lewis back, going for it all. Got a man open.
Oh
Number 10. Hayden McFadden.
Gosh.
It's a hat trick for him tonight. A touchdown on 4th and 9. Hillsdale says we don't really need a first down. Home Kitchen Supply is getting
possible hold back here.
And it might be coming back. I feel bad for tonight is Home Kitchen Supply because we have this huge score. They're our first down sponsors. They're not getting their name read enough. At.
Right.
So I'm gonna put it out there right now for them.
See what
Home
we
Kitchen
got
Supply, our generous sponsors. Yeah, that's it.
I don't know where.
I think when the kid jumped up, the offensive lineman had a handful of jerseys.
Yeah, usually, I mean, in playoff football, it's almost got to be obvious here. Let's look at one more time here.
Yeah, but Hillsdale's up 36-0. They're gonna start calling these things. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. In my humble opinion, as a defensive guy, I know you're a quarterback. I'm a defensive guy.
Yeah.
I want holding on every play. 4th and forever hasn't mattered. Hillsdale's had 2 touchdowns of 95 plus
throw it
yards.
up again.
They're going to put it up again.
Uh-oh. Look at this. Oh,
Screen, tunnel screen.
Oh.
And picked up, but almost out of it. Number 2,
Wow.
Holland Young almost able to convert that. But Windham gets the stop and the turnover on downs. Really nice bubble screen. But Red, let's get a number on. Guess who? Number 13.
I was going to say,
Burton.
Windham hasn't really shown blitz at all really today, and so I wasn't expecting that for that 4th and long, and I can't believe that the Hillsdale coach was preparing for that too, like just a quick screenplay like that. That's all around good, but ended up not getting it. So
and Burton on the stop, great play by Burton to save probably the touchdown actually.
Yeah.
Windham on offense, direct snap to looking for a crease on the right and blown up right away.
78.
78. There's some pads cracking tonight. Landon Thomas.
Oh, my gosh.
With a big hit on the big boy.
He just was cutting back and didn't see it coming.
Off balance, and Landon Thomas got his money's worth on that one. Makes it a 2nd and 13. We talked about the pads crack a little louder, a little harder in the playoffs. Minute 10 here for Windham. The last thing you want to do for Windham is you want to turn it over here. If you're not going to score, and with the ball in your hands at least, because you got to kick it off to start the second half.
I don't know what you do. I mean, you're not good. You're not doing well throwing the ball tonight. I mean, do you just run it out here?
Yeah, you just run it out, I think.
Punt formation.
Yeah, the punt formation there.
That's off the left side. They've run
It's not
left.
here if they call a timeout.
It feels like Windham has run left 90% of the game.
Yeah, it might be just some I mean, what do we got here for left tackle wise?
That's what I'm saying. Their biggest kids, Azion Davis, number 72, 6'1", 280 on the right, and they keep running left.
Yeah, they're going to run this ball out here.
Yeah, 20 seconds left. Do they even snap the ball? Yes, they have to snap the ball.
Yeah.
So they'll snap the ball one more time and go to half. Hand off to Burton. Uh-oh, this is trouble. Burton, no going out of bounds at him.
Timeout? Do you call timeout?
Yes, absolutely. Now you do.
Oh, do they have one?
2.8 seconds left.
I think they got a timeout.
You
might as well.
Might as well. Boy.
No, they're saying go to half. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
So we'll go to halftime.
Right. I cannot win tonight.
We'll go to half. When we'll hear from our generous sponsors. When we come back, you'll be able to enjoy the bands. And after the bands, we'll have the halftime show. The halftime show brought to you by... Halftime show will be brought to you by Sloan Concrete. So stick with us when we come back. The bands and the halftime show.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more. Every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
and sophomore Trinity Clinton. This is I Want to Dance with Somebody. gentlemen, please put your hands together for the 2024 Hillsdale Falcon Marching Band. Tonight we will only be able to bring you 2 songs from our greatest hits of 2024. These are songs that the students voted on and wanted to bring back. We start our show with the 1992 single. This song put Radiohead on the map as a top rock band of the 90s and led them into the punk rock genre. Named one of the greatest debut singles and one of the greatest songs, this song features our color guard and soloist, Michaela Schwendeman. Here is Creep. Our final song became widespread through popular culture following appearances in popular films like DreamWorks Animation's Shrek. Smash Mouth first released this song in 1999 and has since been named one of the most streamed rock songs from 2017 to 2021. Here is the anthem for the Outcasts, All Star. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the 2024 Hillsdale Falcon Marching Band. Hillsdale Falcon Marching Band again thanks you for your encouragement of music education in your schools and schools around the nation. The Hillsdale Falcon Marching Band tonight is under the direction of Rachel Kelly, Flag Director, Elizabeth Truax, Percussion Director, D.R. Hott, Assistant Band Director, and Alan Terwilliger as Head Band Director.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Tonight's game is live and free thanks to these sponsors. Simonson Construction Services. From concept to completion, we can help make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Sloan Concrete, decorative and standard concrete services serving central and northern Ohio since 2005. 89 homes and building improvements. Building homes, earning trust since 1979. Brew'd Coffee and Donut Shop, offering specialty coffees, donuts, and breakfast foods in downtown Hayesville. Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop stop for kitchen and baths, windows, and doors since 1970. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and providing the quality of health and families throughout their lifespan. Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. So life hasn't been all sandalwood and sunshine lately? Visit mantherapy.org today to get your free head inspection to see if it's time for a checkup from the neck up. Men are better men when they're happy. Scout Construction Services LLC. With more than a decade of business, you can trust Scout Construction with your roofing and siding needs. Call Scout Construction for more information. 419-989-7240. We'll be right back after this quick break with stats.
Welcome back, fans. Await report live and free from Hillsdale High School. Your Hillsdale Falcons up 36-0 over the visiting Windham Bombers. And Windham, tough time in the first half. Let's see those stats now. First downs was the only thing close. And that's because Hillsdale had 2 drives of 1 play and 90-some yards. Windham rushing for 115. Hillsdale surprisingly only rushing for 46. That's probably going to flip here in the second half. Pass yards 294 to Hillsdale for Hillsdale. Wyndham 0. Total yards 340, 115. Penalties 3 for Hillsdale for 20, 2 for Windham 25, and turnovers. Right there is the key to the game for Hillsdale. 5 turnovers for Windham. JR, what's your reaction to that first half and seeing those stats?
So realistically, I mean, we said it from the beginning. Wyndham's going to be a running team. They need to run the ball and need to stay consistent with that. And Hillsdale, from the jump, got them in third and long situations, made them uncomfortable, made them wanting to throw passes. And as you see, 0 passing yards, 5 turnovers, just not good for Windham on that point. So, I mean, great game plan from the beginning, kind of attacked them early, and then now with them being so far behind, puts them out of their realm too of wanting to throw the ball to try to find some way to get back in this game. But and that's what's leading to more turnovers and just getting them out of their style of play. Yeah, we're going to come out. We're going to have a running clock in the second half. The clock will only stop when there's a change of possession. So it'll run during penalties, which you'll see sometimes a minute and a half run off when a penalty's called. It'll run first downs out of bounds. I think injuries it might stop too. I think you're right. It does stop for injuries. Thank you, JR. You are the rules guy. You are my rules guy. I am my dad. So we're seeing some highlights here from the first half, and we talked about Kael Lewis coming into this game, pinpoint accuracy, being able to climb the pocket, keep his eyes downfield, and he has just absolutely carved up this Windham secondary. They play deep. And when they play deep, he throws it underneath, and you see Hayden McFadden catch a deep out and run 90 yards for a touchdown. When they play back, Hayden McFadden had a 99-yard touchdown pass where Lewis just threw him open, threw it past everybody, and they run underneath it. At this point, if you're Windham, I mean, what do you do? Everything you've tried, just you have not been able to slow down this passing attack. So the wild part is, like you were saying, is just like they're playing 10 to almost 15 yards off the ball. So the short stuff is there, and then I mean you mix in the deep balls. So now the DBs are just unsettled, not really able to break off the route to take away the short stuff or be able to defend the deep stuff. So, I mean, just not a good situation. The DBs are getting killed, in my opinion, in this game. Well, and the idea is when you play deep, they complete in front of you, but you come up and make the play. And really the only defensive back for Windham that has been able to come up and make a play has been Burton. Everyone else has just either gotten run over or flat out ran past. Yeah, and I think that just goes to the size difference between both teams here. Hillsdale's very, compared to Windham, are just huge, and so trying to take, almost like not comparable, but kind of like trying to take down Derrick Henry for the whole game. It's at some point it's going to start wearing on you. Both, Windham's playing both sides of the ball, and so those guys are going to be tired trying to make those plays and just trying to stay on defense the whole time and. It's not a good solution. To your point, Hillsdale's receivers go 6'1", 6 foot, and 6'1". We'll look at Windham's defensive backs. They go 5'9", and 5'9", and 5'9", and 5'8". And what's the weight size? I think that's if Burton's 5'11". Yeah. Weight's about the same. Okay. So the Hillsdale receivers go anywhere between 160 to 165 pounds. Those guys are going on paper. I'm jumping here, so I know nothing about that. But you got to go onside kick, right? Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, I think I do. It's your first kickoff all night. It's maybe your only kickoff all night. What is it, that Waterboy quote? It's the last game of the year. You can't hold anything back. Yeah, exactly. Why not, right? So the inches we need are all around us. What's the football movie? The inches we need are all around us. There's a lot of inches they need right now.
And no, kick it deep.
I can't get anything right tonight.
Yeah,
I'm done. I'm done. I'm one and done for the OH report for you guys. I'm sorry.
I think you're doing a phenomenal job, JR. I think you're doing a phenomenal job.
A toe basher. That's my dad played or kicked at Heidelberg. It was a toe basher, so there's a little throwback for him. I know he's listening right now.
Well, Jack I is a throwback kind of back, right? Like a family friend in Loudonville, where I grew up, was Dick Shafrath, who played tackle for the Cleveland Browns with Jim Brown. And he's talking about how Jim Brown was just as big or bigger than all the offensive linemen except for him.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing with Windham. I is bigger than all their linemen except for one. Hillsdale with a quick screen now.
It's the freshman.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, boy, that's trouble.
Cut back. Nope.
No, that's number 9. Deacon Borman, the freshman, he's in for Jake Haven, catches a little flare pass and takes it about 30 yards. And I've seen this Borman kid play a little bit in mop-up duty, and he's always played hard. And Trevor Klein has something here with that freshman.
Yeah, very just impressive. Just something simple, and just that bubble route. They're going to play back.
Breaks the tackle and takes off.
Yeah, just keep playing back, hit the short stuff, and let your athletes make plays.
4 wide, 1 back in the backfield. We'll see if Sloan even comes back in. He's not in right now. There's your the tunnel screen to number 10, Hayden McFadden, and he runs 50 yards the other way to pick up 7 or 8.
So the whole point of a screen is to get to the outside and avoid the middle, and he just runs right back to the middle.
My man ran 50 yards to get 7.
Right.
We got a Windham player down. And we'll keep it right here as the medical staff attend to that player down. But right now in at running, it looks like Sloan is staying in at running back. Scores from around the area. Ontario up 28-0 on usually powerhouse Clyde. So Ontario having a great season. Ottawa, Glandorf, and Shelby in a battle. Ottawa, Glandorf always good for deep playoff runs every year, and they're in a 7-6 battle with Shelby. Big Walnut on top of Perry. If the score holds true, if Ashland could hold serve, I think they'll play Big Walnut next week in the regional semifinals. Northmore all over K-Mac rival Centerburg 25-0. That one much closer than their original game. That was a one-score game the first time they played. Northmore hitting their stride. Danville all over Notre Dame 52-0. Looks like the Blue Devils will move on to the regional semifinals. And Grandview Heights right now on top of Colonel Crawford, 13-3. Back to the action here. Lewis in the gun. 3 wide receivers. Sloan on the handoff. He bounces it outside, and we're going to holding call. And guess who comes up and makes a play? Take a wild guess who that is, JR.
Burton. Huh?
Number 13, Burton. Gets my Iron Jockstrap Award tonight as the toughest kid on the field.
Yep.
It's a hold. Burton, just no sign of quitting. This kid, really respect his game.
And that's something, that's one thing I tell my baseball players is that you never know who's watching. Like, yeah, the score is what it is, but I mean, he's putting a good effort out there, possibly to try to get recruited and everything. And that's what a lot of college coaches will look at, is that who's playing. Doesn't matter what the score is. Are you playing as hard as you can at all times? Burton,
the 5'11", 170-pound senior, he can fly, and he's showing a lot of heart and a lot of courage and a lot of character tonight. Continue to play at the level he is when the game is all but over. 36-0 here in the third quarter, 9:20 running clock. There's a flare pass again from Lewis to number 2. That's Holland Young. He gets wrestled out of bounds.
Now depending on it, kind of looked like a. Let me see where he got.
Burton gets him again.
Oh, it's Jersey. Okay.
Pulls him out of bounds.
Yep.
I bet you Burton has a dozen tackles already. Jack I came into this game with an eye-popping 155 tackles. Burton, though, really has been the stalwart tonight on both sides of the ball for Windham. Can't say enough about him.
Yeah, just right here, I think more of just bubbles or running the ball, trying to kill the time.
Sloan staying in at running back. Got to wonder how much longer he'll stay in this game.
Look at the space up top. 3rd and 2. Look at the space. There it is.
Take advantage with the deep out. That's easy.
My gosh.
And you got to wonder, that's number 2, Holland Young catching the deep out and breaking a tackle and getting some positive yards. That's got to be that play's probably not called in the huddle. That's a replay, right?
For sure.
They come up, and Lewis looks out at Young. They look at each other. They give each other a head shake. Yeah, we're running the deep out. They're way too far off. And it's just like not even taking candy from a baby at this point. It's just too easy.
It's like I said, 3rd and 1, they've been throwing bubbles the whole time, so it makes you want to move up. You don't give them more room to throw the bubbles and all that stuff.
At least give them one look pre-snap and then a second look at the snap of the ball. I mean, because that's what there's a pitch to Sloan. He gets off the left side, gets the corner, makes one man miss, but he's ahead for about 8 yards, just running the old student body left pitch. But I think at some point, if you're the Windham coaches, you tell your defensive backs, listen, when they come out, if you want to be off 10 yards, but once they go into their cadence, move up on them, change the look a little bit.
Right.
But because they're just not giving you any pre-snap, they're giving pre-snap read, and they're just staying in that same defense.
Like I said, I just think with them getting beat so bad deep that they're scared to death to get beat deep here. But I mean,
the field's compressed now, so you got to play up now. You're not gonna get beat deep now. They're only at the 10-yard line.
Right.
They can only throw the ball 20 yards, and they're out of bounds. So you're not getting beat deep. Now you've got to come up and play a little more physical style. Man, am I wrong there?
No, I mean, you're right. I mean, it's you're less likely to get beat deep here for sure. So you should be able to play up here. And like I said, we'll see here. 3rd and 1. Let's see what happens up top here. I mean, it almost let's see if his heels are at the goal line.
Yeah, deep out's a touchdown right here.
Yeah, he's not as bad this time. He's up a little bit.
Holland Young, the wide out to the right. McFadden to the left. Handoff to Lewis. I'm sorry, Sloan off the left side. He stood up and wrestled down by Jack I and a host of other Windham Bombers. Yeah. That's going to bring up 3rd and short. Oh,
that first down should
got a first. Yeah, got a first. Thought they had him stood up before the sticks, but now we're going to have 1st and goal.
First down. Got a first down.
Oh, the Home and Kitchen Supply first down.
There we go. They paid their money.
And a great sponsor all year, Home Kitchen Supply. Great sponsor all year. Really appreciate all the sponsors we have at all of our games. If you're a fan at home watching these games, please pay attention to who our sponsors are and send some business their way because they make all this possible. Hillsdale in the gun. Hand off to Sloan up the middle.
Good move.
Makes a man miss. Bangs ahead for about 2-3 yards.
Good jab step here by, was it Sloan?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Boom. Ooh, wow.
One thing Sloan does really well that I've seen in other games, he sets his blocks up so well. He'll do that. He will press the right side of the hole and get the defenders to flow right and allow his blockers to set their blocks up, and then he cuts back off their rear end for positive yards. He does that really well.
Yeah, that was, like I said, that was very impressive seeing that live.
2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Hand off to Sloan. Bounces off left, in for a touchdown.
Good block by the receiver there. He kind of just jammed him all the way back to the middle.
Sloan in for another touchdown. Add to his total this year.
They do the muddle huddle still?
We'll see. Coming into the game, Sloan had 23 touchdowns. I think he's got 3 more tonight. Is that right? JR, does 3 sound right for Sloan?
Yeah, well, I think everybody has 3 touchdowns tonight. There they are, the muddle huddle again.
42-0. 4 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter.
They just bring it back, kick it. Yeah.
A.J. Brown on the kick to PAT. I hate to jinx him, but that young man's been basically automatic all year.
Doing, like, when teams run the muddle huddle on extra points, that's such a pain to do as you're scouting them because that's something you have to prepare for, through film and through practice that whole week. You got to take like 10, 15 minutes each day during the week to practice that when you could be practicing stuff on, how to defend these routes and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's an interesting wrinkle for the Falcons.
Well, they scored off of it.
They scored off of it. They had to run it once to keep the next week's team honest.
For sure. Just more more film for them to pay attention to.
So we'll keep it here. Hillsdale sets up their kickoff after a successful PAT kick by A.J. Brown. And it makes it Hillsdale 43, the Windham Bombers 0. And it looks like it might be a long bus ride back to the Alliance area tonight for the Bombers.
I was going to say, Hillsdale's keeping up their part of the what are they scoring 40 a game?
They have improved on that.
Yeah.
Running clock, though, stopped for a kickoff. 4:15 left to go in the third quarter already. And we'll see.
They got a new kicker in.
New kicker. Let's see what the strategy is here.
Yeah.
Long, short. It's been short all night to the up men who've just fallen on it, and it's. I think it's about as far as he could kick it anyways.
Oh,
reverse. Uh-oh, this is trouble.
Uh-oh.
This is
Get a
Ramsey.
block.
He's got a corner. Is that Ramsey?
Get a block.
Got a block. There he goes.
Yep.
Big play. That is guess who? No, it wasn't Ramsey. That was Burton. How could I ever get that wrong? Burton's done that to teams all year. Kick off to I, flips it to Burton. Burton gets a corner, and he is electric all the way in for a Windham touchdown. They're by far their most successful play of the night, other than that punt. And we got a Hillsdale guy down on the field.
Yeah, kind of. And I don't know if we can get another replay of that. It's kind of quick on that, on the through your screen there. I don't know if that's a crackback that they got here on this on the receiver, or not the defender here, whoever's down for Hillsdale.
A little crackback block.
Yeah.
Is that what they got him with?
Yeah, I think his wind's knocked out or something.
Which back in the day was just considered a good block.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's team morale booster, especially in front of your sideline there. But today it's
illegal.
It's 2024 football here.
And let's get your hands out. Let's see if he has his hands out.
Wow, it doesn't matter if you're going back towards your own end zone. That's still a crackback. Not there.
No, it was back there. It was back there.
Right. Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was back there. Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry, it was right there. You're right. I couldn't see the crackback.
It was quick through the screen, and I'm not sure. That's
our man AT. He can give us another replay. He's good for it.
You're good. You're good. That's
Hillsdale players still down. Medical staff taking a look at him. But Windham's finally on the board.
Man.
43-6.
Looks like they're checking a leg here.
Jesse Trevathan walking off on his own power, but with a bit of a limp. There's the pitch. Burton's got it.
40.
That was a nice block there. Right there,
yeah, right
was.
there.
Yeah,
Up top. Like I said, nothing.
Hard to say. Hard to say if it was a crackback or just a good block. But Trevathan, he had an interception tonight. He's had a solid year at outside linebacker for the Hillsdale Falcons. Seems like he's in good spirits coming off the sideline. But he is taking his gloves off, so they're probably going to take a look at him for a concussion or something. But
so here's your. We never really got into this either. They don't kick extra points. They go for 2 every time.
Right. Windham goes for 2 every time, and why not at this point? Down 43-6. Windham lines up, go for 2.
I'd stick with your bread and butter here.
Yeah. Looks like McCune's under center. Got a full house backfield. 3 backs behind him.
Yeah.
Gives his second guy through.
Did he get it? I don't think so.
Hillsdale stuffs it at the line of scrimmage.
I still think McCune's fighting through something right now because, I mean, that handoff, he barely turned around and handed the ball off on that.
Yeah, I was the lead back there that gives the second back through. Nick Hopper is stopped, so that 2-point conversion fails. That makes it Hillsdale 43, Windham 6. Hey, Windham gets a chance to kick off again. I think you're right, JR. I think I onside kick.
I said that, but along with everything else I've said tonight, probably, they're going to kick it through the end zone here. So, my luck. But, I mean, why not? I mean, it's the last game of the year. Can't hold anything back.
It's an 88-mile trip to Windham High School from here.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long 88 miles going home. Wyndham talking it over right now. Hillsdale ready to receive the kick.
Now, then again, I don't know how many times Windham has had to use an onside kick, I mean, how much of it have they practiced that?
They've either been blown out or they've blown people out.
Yeah.
They're 10-1, but they did get beat.
There's a little area right at the 40-yard line. They were able to kind of either chip it right there in that area or kind of just squib it right there.
Well, I said it last time we saw an onside kick. You find a guy with number 60-something or 50-something in his number, you kick the ball at him.
Ohio State, Oregon. Or kick it deep.
And that is going to go out of bounds, and that is going to be spotted about the –
That's going to go at the 40.
Yeah, about the
40 or 35, one of the –
It went out of bounds around the 25.
I think it's 25 yards, so it should be the 35.
Yeah, 35-yard line. Yes, exactly right. Anything, as I understand it, anything on the other side of the 35 gets spotted at the 35.
Yep.
Anything on this side of 35 gets spotted where it goes out of bounds.
Yes. Yep.
So ball set up, 1st and 10 for Hillsdale at the 35-yard line. Looks like we got, and Hillsdale bringing out some of their younger guys now.
We got 14 at quarterback.
Yeah, that's Reed Major in at quarterback. In the gun, takes a snap.
Uh-oh.
And that's it.
Ball.
Oh, my gosh. Jack I with a nasty hit, boy. He is in a bad mood. And he just took it out on the freshman number 34, Mikey Schenberger.
Looks like varsity guys going after JV guys now.
Yeah, Schenberger, number 34. He is a sophomore. He's 5'7", 140. Mr. I goes 6'1", 210, and he arrived in a pretty bad mood.
Yeah.
This makes it 2nd and 15. The give off the right side again.
Oh, good cut. Ooh. Boy, they're hitting.
That give to number 42, Reed Twining. Again, banged down by no, I couldn't catch a number on a tackler, but a really nice.
Toughest part of the game. We're so used to calling the normal kids out here. We're trying to find the backups here.
Trying to find the backups, but you got to wonder. I mean, the backups have taken some licks in this game. If I'm Trevor Klein, I don't know if I put these young guys back out there on offense. They are taking some licks.
To be fair, I think at this point you're playing for next week, so that these guys can take their licks while the other guys rest.
This give to number 21, Davis Ratcliffe. That stopped in a hurry.
76 didn't seal the outside. The end came in free almost. Yep. And
number 59, Jaquan Smith. He goes 5'11", 190, outside linebacker, senior. That brings up 4th down, and
that's going to be the first punt of the night, right?
Hillsdale's going to pump the first time of the night.
Well, maybe. Does the punter know he's on the team?
They haven't run the punt too many times.
Yeah, I was going to say
tonight, so they're a little
probably had to punt mostly all year.
Shuffling some guys out. They punted a few times this year, but I think
number
this is the
10's
first
coming
time.
in.
Yeah, it's number 10 is a normal punter, Hayden McFadden.
Yeah,
and Hillsdale forced to call timeout.
I was going to say I think he had to put his cleats back on.
Coach Klein is not going to be happy about that, about the miscommunications there. Yeah. And you know that you've got some young guys in, but you still want to see things operate at an efficient level.
I agree with that, but I also, like I said, I think that what's his name, Brock
Bauer.
Brock Bauer was out, had his cleats off and was kicking it over there for
Hayden McFadden.
Hayden McFadden was kicking it on the sidelines here while the second team was out there and forgot completely about it. But then again, like we said, I don't know how many times they punted this year, so he saw 4th down and didn't assume.
They've been in some dogfights. They had a tough game with Norwayne, a tough game with Smithville, and a tough game with Wayndale. Those Smithville and Wayndale games, I believe, were both 1-possession wins. They lost to Norwayne. So they punted a few times. Yeah. That operation has happened.
See, once again, I'm wrong. I'm having a heck of a night, people.
I just have young guys in. I think probably McFadden's their only punter, and he wasn't expecting to punt with the young guys in. But here comes Hillsdale to punt.
So I wonder, they got Burton back there. I mean, that's another threat back there. I mean, they scored on the kickoff return, so they score on a punt here possibly.
And with the young guys in too, with the Hillsdale younger guys in, and Burton, if he gets a crease, he's going to blow through it. If that is Burton back, which I gotta believe it is. That's Burton back there.
They might take it to quarter here.
Well, how about that? How about calling a timeout, coming out of the timeout, and just running it to the quarter?
Yeah.
So they're gonna let it go to the 4th quarter. AT, we take a break going to the 4th quarter. So let's take a break going to the 4th quarter. When we come back, we got a surprise for you. Hillsdale will be punting.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Back at Hillsdale High School, number 10, Hayden McFadden back to punt.
And now with the clock, they started off the quarter, and when they chopped it, now the clock's rolling, so that's what they're waiting for now.
Hillsdale effectively taking a minute 30 out of this game by using one timeout. But, yeah, wisely lets the clock run all the way down before he snaps it. Now McFadden with the ball, punts away, Burton underneath it.
There we go.
Fields it. Here we go. Oh, he drops it. And immediately tackled.
Yeah.
Good coverage by the Hillsdale Falcons. That's guess who? Number 2, Holland Young. Young, Bauer, and McFadden having a great game tonight. The 3 of them have really carried Hillsdale on their shoulders on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. We got to start thinking about play of the game, JR. So we got to put our heads together.
I was going to say the 3 receiving touchdowns there.
The 3 receiving touchdowns.
McFadden, right?
Yeah, I think you got to go McFadden. He had the 2 long ones.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's been our player of the game yet this year. So we'll have Hayden McFadden's the early leader for player of the game.
I'm going to say honorable mention Burton from Windham.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
The way he's been playing hard the whole game.
They hand off to I's got the corner. Oh, stiff arm, but he coughs the ball up and falls back on it.
34.
And no, Hillsdale says they've got it. Oh, I has to be so upset with himself.
No.
Did a beautiful job breaking the tackle.
Be interesting. This will flag. So let's see which one. I think number 1, is that the quarterback? During that pile, he pulled the Hillsdale guy back, and anytime you pull like that, that's a 15-yard penalty automatically.
You can't pull anybody off the pile. It's automatic 15. We'll see. But he's just carrying the ball like a loaf of bread, too. And guess who punches it out? Number 10.
The wild part is it looked like
McFadden.
34 had the ball for Hillsdale, but I think the referee called dual possession of it, and so that's what,
Yeah, simultaneous possession always goes to the offense.
Yeah.
But 15-yard penalty after, so the 15-yard penalty be assessed after.
So they got the first down, and then they moved it back to 15 yards because of that.
So it'll be 1st and 10 after a 15-yard penalty. No harm, no foul, really, for Windham. A lot of young guys in now for Hillsdale.
Yeah, 66 is a big boy. Has he been in?
I have 66 for. It's a pitch to run a corner.
That's illegal.
Another flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's a senior.
Impressive as heck.
He's a senior. He's been running. He's got 1,600 yards.
Yeah.
I know he knows you can't hurdle someone. He said, "To heck with it. I want some
film.
I want a highlight film here. Watch this. Climbs the ladder. Woo! Right over top of him.
Right.
But that's going to be a 15-yarder every time in high school. And you can see the coaching staff not real happy with the young man. But
that's like you said there. I think you can't fault the guy for trying to make a play. I get that. And how are you going to tell the kid in the mind, hey, you can't hurdle? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
he jumped right over. That's a heck of a play by a big boy.
That's something to put on your huddle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's safety. High school. I mean, you see it in college and NFL. So
I mean, he went right over him. And he wouldn't even bent over that far. So now we got a 1st and 15.
I don't know how you fault that kid. I mean, as coaching wise, I mean, it's an unfortunate thing, because he's going to make a play. It's not he's trying to be selfish or anything. He's trying to continue the play.
Well, I think if it's a close game, you're definitely upset.
Well, I get that. But
gives off the right side to number 4, DeJuan Ramsey. He goes nowhere. Makes it, actually loses a yard on that. Makes it 2nd and 19. Oh, I had it 1st and 15. Actually 1st and 18. So now it's 2nd and 19. Clock running, 8:55 to go in the 4th quarter. Windham has the football after 2 unfortunate penalties. They were actually putting on a drive. They've had positive yards, but 2 unfortunate penalties have brought those back. McCune in the gun.
2-minute motion. They gotta let the play go.
They gonna let the play go, but there's a penalty. Burton gets the edge, bangs ahead for positive yards.
Yeah. It's tough.
But they had 2 men in motion, so that play is coming back. Yeah, really surprised by a 10-1 team. They've had 2 men in motion twice tonight, and you don't really see those kind of mistakes out of a 10-1 team typically.
Yeah, it's just interesting. I mean, another thing we brought up was earlier was the records of the teams that they were playing too.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder how much pressure has been really put on this Windham team throughout the season.
They played some 1-9, some 0-10, some 2-8s.
Yeah.
Pymatuning Valley, I think that's how you say that. That's a really good team they played this year. They're the 1 seed in their region.
So
and
East
they blew them
Palestine
out.
was 6-5, and that was one of the few that had a winning record.
Right.
There's a false start. They're letting it play.
And it's a run up the middle, look on a direct snap, and that brings up 3rd and
25.
3rd and 25.
I think. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, you got it right. 3rd and 25.
All right.
7 minutes.
I'm going to end my talking here because I'm going to end on a good one.
Yeah, hit it perfectly. 3rd and 25. Windham with the football. Come out of the huddle. McCune in the gun. I and Burton in the backfield. Ramsey in the wing. McCune looks to pass. Oh, had eye wide open, but completes the pass to Hopper. They are not going to call offensive pass interference.
I don't know if they will or not, but there is illegal men downfield.
Oh, is there illegal man downfield?
Yeah,
Let's
as soon as
see
they threw it, the line judge threw his flag.
We'll see what the call is here.
They call offensive pass interference. Well, that's another instance of McCune throwing it late.
Yep.
And,
illegal man downfield. Oh, just all night, Windham has shot themselves in the foot, whether it's turnovers or penalties. Every time they've had something positive working, they just seem to get in their own way.
So they call it pass interference as well, so it's going to go offsetting, and they're going to replay 3rd down here. But to add to your point, the 2 best plays that Windham has had tonight are a 4th and 25 fake punt run for a 1st down and the kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yes, those have been the 2 best plays all night.
It's like a timeout here.
5:45. We're at a blistering pace here in the 4th quarter. Probably one more possession is all we have left in the game for either Windham or Hillsdale. If Windham can somehow figure out how to get a 1st down, a home and kitchen supply 1st down here, they'll probably the rest of the drive will probably run out the clock. If they punt, Hillsdale will run the clock out more than likely with just running the ball. And if they get 1 1st down, it's probably all they need to win the game.
I
put
can
it
see
away.
them running this clock out here. Well, let me see. Well, I mean, yeah. We'll see what they do here.
Well,
if Hillsdale gets the ball back,
If there's one penalty, the game's over because the clock runs. The clock will
Right.
run for that time, and the referees will take their good, sweet
As soon
time.
as they chop it, it should be going right now.
Yeah.
Yep. There it is. Yep.
Clock running. Windham with the ball.
So offsides by 75.
Yeah, 75. But like I said, the clock's going to continue to run through this penalty. So
it'd be interesting if they were told to do that.
that's yeah. I can't imagine
That'd
they
be a
were.
real move by that head coach if they were.
That would be some next level. I can't imagine they were told to do that.
Now, I'm not sure if this is still a rule or not, but I know back a few years ago that if you wanted to keep the clock rolling, you didn't want to, you could offense could do a false start.
Oh right.
Oh, there we go.
So split screen is Shelby and who is that? Shelby's playing. We said
Ottawa Glandorf.
Ottawa Glandorf. Thank you. 7-6. And I looked away and I missed a big play. Now I'm really mad at myself.
Boy.
4:50 to go, and that's a handoff to I.
Yep.
And the big boy rumbles down for a 1st down.
He's taking advantage of the size difference here.
Oh my gosh, he's such a load. And 4:30 to go. Can Windham put another one on the board here?
Yeah, big size difference here. It'd be interesting.
McCune, handoff to Burton. Burton gets the edge. See you later.
He's gone.
He's gone. Burton ahead for a touchdown. A much-deserved touchdown for that young man, as he has played hard all night on both sides of the ball. Carlos Burton, the wingback, coming in tonight, had 20 touchdowns, 1,038 rushing yards, 1,491 all-purpose yards. He adds another 50 yards onto that on that run, makes it 43-12. Oh, my gosh. How fast can you do math, JR?
That is pretty close.
Because if they get two, the running clock stops.
Now, I'm pretty sure, I don't know how much the ref's going to really stop this thing. I think once they scored, I think the clock should have stopped.
Clock stops if they score.
Yeah,
if they convert this two-point conversion.
The clock's running right now, though, so.
And there it is.
Yep.
Oh, and Hillsdale allowed it. Oh, the running clock stops. Makes it 43-14. And Windham has done the improbable, have broken the curse. We don't have a running clock anymore. 3:27 left to go in the fourth quarter. Makes it Hillsdale 43, Windham 14. Windham scoring a touchdown on a kickoff return, and that on a long drive against the Hillsdale JV squad, basically. Some sparked on by some big plays, some long runs by Jack I, and then they gave it to Carlos Burton, who got a much-deserved touchdown run. And Burton's run down the sidelines.
I think that's his second touchdown.
Is that his second? You're right.
Yeah,
that is his second touchdown, because Burton had the kickoff return for touchdown
the reverse on the kickoff.
Burton very deserved 2 touchdowns.
Now, quick question: are you going to count this as a running clock game for you, or are you going to count this as, if it ends like this? You know what I'm saying?
If it ends like this, it's not a running clock game, is what I'm saying. I need to break the curse here, JR.
Yeah, that's okay.
I need to break the curse.
Maybe I'm the curse breaker. I don't know, man.
You are my lucky charm, I guess. Yeah, there we go. You're my lucky charm.
Yeah. Gotten everything wrong tonight, but then again, I'm the curse breaker.
Broke the curse. Well, if you're getting everything wrong, you're in good company, because I get most things wrong too. So we'll cover up for each other there.
See, look, there's a lot of room in that 40-yard area, yard line where they kick off. I mean, if he wants to, he could chip it right there and cause some chaos.
Well, both times
he's kicked it out of bounds. Both
times Wyndham's he's kicked it out of bounds. And I don't think on purpose. He's a toe smasher right there, at the middle, and that's fielded by Hillsdale. And he's got a crease. He's through. That is number 21 for Hillsdale.
Davis
Ratcliffe on a nice return sets up Hillsdale in business, and now we got a guy down for Hillsdale. This clock stopped anyways. Running clock's no longer in effect. But really nice return here by Ratcliffe. I always say he lands on a guy's face mask. I think what happens.
Yeah.
He got pulled back and landed on his face mask. That's going to hurt. He's going to have a bruise in the morning from that one. He's got his helmet off. Ratcliffe isn't.
Yeah, luckily for me, when I was playing quarterback, I had the side pad, the back pads, and the rib pads and everything like that. So whenever that's something like that, I didn't hurt as bad. But most of these guys don't have
the flak jacket.
Yep.
So everyone takes a knee.
There we go. So this is I was not surprised. I'm very surprised by this score here.
Otto Glandorf always makes deep runs in the playoffs. I am not surprised at all here. Yeah, Shelby's good, but
if Shelby and Ontario win, it's looking like at senior high we're going to be hosting that over there at Arlen Field, and so that's why I'm very key into this one to see.
JR,
for all that.
Historic Arlen Field.
I'm so very fortunate to be able to play there and grow up and playing there in my whole life. It's unreal, and obviously each stadium has their own, like everybody loves their own home field, but I mean there's next to Masslin's home field, I can't imagine a better place to watch a football game because there's no track around the football field, so you're right on the players and everything. Being a quarterback, and the bench being right next to the front row where the people paid $5 and they can let you know how they feel. That was such a wild experience to play that.
My dad played on the state championship team for senior.
Oh, really?
In the 40s, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
wow! Iowa just scored.
Otto Glandorf just scored. Makes it a puts them up 14-6. Well, 13-6. PAT ensuing. Back to the action here. Ratcliffe gets to the sidelines. A little worse for the wear. They're going to take a look at him.
Wow.
Hope he's okay. And Hillsdale getting the play in the huddle right here. As you see our split screen action. Thank you, Adam Thompson, for bringing that split screen up.
Yeah, I'm reminiscing back here, and he's actually, grinding away.
Yeah, he is. That's our man. That's our dude. AT's our dude. Do it all. He actually is overseeing all the live streams. Every live stream that's on OH Report, that's what's 5 or 6 tonight? 6 live streams. AT is running all of them from his computer here at Hillsdale.
I'm not paying attention to any of you.
That's right. Hillsdale comes out. It looks like Major Silk quarterback. Handoff off the right side that's Mikey Schenberger again, number 34.
I'm looking here. I think the Windham team's put in their backups now. I want to possibly.
Yeah, it looks like they have. It looks like they have. I don't see I out there. I don't see Burton out there. First down for Schenberger off a nice run off the right side. Both teams with some of their younger guys in now. Schenberger off the left side now and gets hit hard.
Oh, boy.
Beautiful hit there. No, there's I right there, number 10. He's still in.
I call a hold on the left side.
Oh, yeah, I is just – that was I, and that was 28. 28 with a nice hit. Austin Kaels, another senior for Windham. Windham, 29 guys on the roster, 12 are seniors.
Ooh. It's not the ratio you want.
Well, it is as long as you got 12 juniors.
Eighth graders coming up.
Yeah, 12 eighth graders coming up. But you look at Hillsdale, they got 50-some guys on about 50 guys on the 9 through 12. And that's a 9 through 12 rosters, not 10 through 12, 9 through 12.
Well, the interesting part is that, like, with as you call the play.
That's okay.
My bad.
It's okay. Schenberger off the left side.
The interesting part I was getting to is that, like, with Hillsdale here, like, all D7 obviously low numbers for boys in the school. But it looks like they have a soccer team. Now, I could be wrong. Is that girls soccer, or is they have boys soccer here?
That would be a great question.
Yeah, because then that
can we get a comment from the crowd on Facebook? I know Hillsdale has girls soccer. I am positive they have girls soccer.
Yeah, if they have boys soccer, then that's amazing too, because that's almost every boy in the school doing some kind of sport.
Yes,
that's awesome to have.
Well, my son went to Ashland. I was on the Ashland Board of Education, and even at a big school like Ashland, we looked at it, and on a Friday night, we had like 65 or 70% student body participation on Friday night.
Did not, okay.
That's a give off the left side. And that's what makes Friday night so special. And I talk about it's the greatest tradition in America. And it's not just what happens with the football team. You've got the band, you've got cheerleaders, you've got the majorettes. It's so many things going on. Such a huge participation by the student body on Friday night and so many different things. It's really what makes it great.
Yeah, so I played college baseball and I played college basketball, but, I mean, there's nothing compared to Friday night football. I mean,
nothing.
It's, it's the best thing, most memorable stuff from high school, is playing Friday night in front of the fans and all that. So it's nuts.
Pre-snap penalty on Hills. On Windham.
Offsides. Yep.
Offsides. So that moved the ball ahead 5 yards. Minute 10 to go in the game. Hillsdale with this one in hand, 43-14. Windham, much respect, come back and stop the running clock, but Hillsdale will be moving on to Week 13 regional semifinal showdown.
Who are they going to get? Do you think Malvern or?
I think the consensus is Malvern. Have not seen any scores from around the state, but the consensus is Malvern's who they're going to see. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. When we come back, stick with us. Don't go anywhere. Following the game, we'll have our player of the game visit us in the booth. We'll have a quick interview with him, our player of the game. Run down some final thoughts from myself and JR, and give you the final game stats. So Looked like Hillsdale just ready to run the clock out here.
Took a knee, yep.
Took a knee. We'll stay here till there's double zeros on the clock. That's the policy. Once there's double zeros, we'll have a quick break. We'll hear from our very generous sponsors who allow us to live stream these games for you. And we'll come back with our player of the game. Stick with us as these final seconds roll off and the players shake hands. Final score, Hillsdale 43, Windham 14. Both teams came in 10-1. Hillsdale moves on, makes it 12-1. They move on to the regional semifinals. That's double zeros. This one's in the books, folks. We'll hear from our sponsors when we come back. Your player of the game.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes, and finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. Yeah, the first step is showing up, hear them cheer. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. We're blowing up, hear them cheer. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. Ruthless, ruthless. Give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless.
Welcome back to Hillsdale High School. I'm Zack Truax. I'm here with Hayden McFadden. He is your player of the game. My man only put up 250 yards on about a handful of catches, I think. 3 touchdowns. The first one, for the first play of the scrimmage, or the first play of the game for you guys, Windham kicks off, punts, buries you guys at the 1 yard line. You come out, you huddle up. Me and my man JR here, we're thinking, okay, they're going to run the ball. They're going to try and get some breathing room. Nope. They throw a go route to you in the double coverage. Your man Kael throws you open.
Yep.
Take me through. I want to know the huddle and going to the line of scrimmage. I want to know what was going through your mind before that play.
So when we got to the huddle, I was like, I heard the play. I was like, all right, we're going deep with this, so let's try. So he threw it deep. I saw him. I got past my guy, slow safety. I was like, all right, it's a perfect throw. Right over top of him. I caught it, and I was like, all right, we're off. Let's go.
And then the rest of the game, they were playing off you 15 yards. So you go deep out, right? You catch the ball. A couple times you caught the ball, and it looked like you looked up, you're waiting for a guy to hit you, and there's no one around, and you take off running. This one down this sideline was about 95 yards for a touchdown.
Yep.
And you beat the guy to the corner. And you look up, and the safety's already behind you. At that point, what are you thinking? I don't want to pull a hammy, or are you thinking, let's find another gear here?
I saw everybody behind me. I saw the safety. I was like, all right, let's get a little more ahead, get like 10 yards of space, and then I'll start slowing down.
You look like you started slowing down about the 20. You know, like you wanted to pull up so you wouldn't pull a hammy going in there. Hey, so before the game, I said, this is week 12, second week of playoffs. The pretenders are done. It's only contenders left. And you guys go out and hang 43 points on a 10-1 team. what goes into your week of preparation and the preparation all year to prepare you to go out and beat up on a team that's 10-1?
This week we were just trying really hard in practice. Our focus was amazing. We were just watching. We knew they were going to run the ball and try to get outside on us, so we just had to try to make them go back inside so our inside guys could just make tackles for us.
And you guys were flying to the football all night. Jack their tailback, they got about 2,000 all-purpose yards and 30 touchdowns, but you guys, the varsity squad, pretty much kept them bottled up all night with rallying to the football. Was that the battle cry all week?
Yeah, we knew they had a lot of solid players. Number 10 was big. Number 11, all those guys they had some pretty decent-sized guys. We just knew we had to gang tackle and get them down.
There you go. And so now you guys move on to Week 13, regional semifinals. You've got the winner of Malvern and Lowellville at a location to be decided coming up. So going into, we call it bonus football. And you got to believe next week it isn't going to be like this.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So you guys watch film on Saturday?
We watch film on Sunday nights.
Watch film on Sunday night. So Sunday night you get together, watch film, and then what's the message? You're a senior this year?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior this year, and the junior class is really the big class here.
Oh, yeah.
So what's the message from the upperclassmen and the leaders to the rest of the team after this week?
What's the message?
What's the message? Like, how do you keep these guys focused after a 43-14 win when you know it's not going to be this easy next week? What are you saying to the younger guys and the rest of the team to keep them focused?
Our younger guys are doing a great job on scout team. They're giving us great looks for the teams we come to play next. They're just doing a great job. We have a lot of younger people that are just stepping up and helping us work hard during the week.
Hey, that's Hayden McFadden. He's your player of the game. My man put up 250 yards passing, 2 long touchdown runs, and made it look easy all night. Now the hard part, Hayden, look into the camera and give a shout-out to anyone you want to shout out to.
I'd like to shout out my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, my linemen, my mom and dad, and yeah.
Well done, Hayden. Hey, that is your 89 Homes player of the game, Hayden McFadden. Welcome back to Hillsdale High School. This is Zack Truax alongside J.R. Davis. So, final thoughts of the night. I'll cover Windham. What a great turnaround for a team that went 2-8 last year. We talked about that 12 seniors. I and Burton, really the leader of that senior class, playing really hard tonight. Especially impressed with Carlos Burton, how hard he played. He had a long kickoff return for a touchdown, had a long run for a touchdown, had to be on a dozen tackles. Windham really has nothing. They got beat up on the scoreboard tonight, but 5 turnovers really sank in the night. But they have nothing to hang their head about. Really good season for them after a tough season last year and building for the future. JR, what are your thoughts on Hillsdale this game and then moving forward?
So Hillsdale-wise, I mean, they're just, you could tell right from the beginning, the size difference was big. The depth that they have, with the 50 kids that they have on their roster compared to what Windham had with just the 26, I think it was. So you could definitely tell there. The biggest thing, too, that really impressed me was them spreading the ball out, being able to throw the ball, being able to run the ball. Just the athletes that they had, especially at this level. You don't see that. Usually you only get maybe one or two guys that are the guys on your team that can do everything for you. And it looks like there's so many guys out there for them that can be the guy, and they can go to rely on anybody, throw the ball around, run the ball, just whatever they need to do at that point.
Yeah, Hillsdale, what they pose a problem for in Division 7 is, in typically Division 7, you see teams that can either run the ball really well, like Windham does, or teams that pass the ball really well. You don't see a whole lot of teams that can do both so efficiently. If you set up the stack the run against Hillsdale, they'll throw it over your head like they did right away, 1st and 10 from the 1 yard line. They didn't bother running the ball and creating distance. They went right over your head.
Yeah, and Hillsdale did a great job of putting them in not feeling comfortable spots. So they started off the game with 2nd and long, 3rd and long, making Windham throw the ball when they're a running team. Windham loves to just get 4 yards in a cloud of dust, or in tonight, a cloud of pellets for the turf there. But they just want to keep running the ball. And now Hillsdale put them in a situation to where they had to throw the ball, and that caused a lot of turnovers. I'm not sure if that the Windham quarterback got a passing yard tonight. I think at halftime he was at 0. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm saying. It's just they'd rather run the ball, use their lightning and thunder, how we talked about were the keys of the game from the beginning. But Hillsdale kind of shut that down from the beginning, put them in a spot where they were down 14-0 real early, forcing them to throw the ball more and then causing more turnovers and just kind of snowballing from there.
Trevor Klein having all the answers for the Hillsdale Falcons tonight as they run roughshod over the Windham Bombers. That brings an end to the season for the Windham Bombers, and Hillsdale will face the winner of Malvern and Louisville next week in a sight to be decided. For Adam Thompson, the man who makes everything go, Keaton Cooper, on camera, always does a magnificent job. J.R. Davis, my color guy. This is Zack Truax signing off from Hillsdale High School. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time, live and free on OH Report.